Hi everybody, I am Husky Light. Welcome to my channel. I thought, I don't know if I can do it like this on camera. Tell you what, let's move that out of the way so I don't burn myself, and then we'll put it back. Thought I would do a longer reading than usual for the week because 21st of June, which is today, is the start of summer. It's our first day of summer and it's a significant turning point during the year because the days are going to start getting shorter. So on the summer solstice, our daylight hours and our nighttime hours are exactly the same. But then, very slowly, the days will start to get shorter and the nights will start to get longer. So there is change, there's new beginnings. So what I wanted to do is to do a reading of that. I stuck a picture of Stonehenge on the front because there's a lot of celebrations at Stonehenge in Wiltshire. I used to live up that way years and years ago, and it's the most beautiful place. If you ever get the chance to go to Stonehenge, do, because it's amazing. So just to talk about Stonehenge for a minute, if you don't know a lot about it, but you know, if you're abroad, some historians point to Stonehenge, which is a very prehistoric monument, as the fact that ancient humans used the June solstice as a way to organise their calendars. That some believe that Stonehenge's unique stone circle was erected around 2500 before Christ, and in order to establish, let's have that one out first. In order to, I've forgotten where I was reading now. In order to establish, can't read and shuffle at the same time. In order to establish the date of the summer solstice, viewed from its centre, the sun rises at a particular point on the horizon on the day of the June solstice. Some theories suggest that the builders of Stonehenge may have used the solstice as a starting point to count the days of the year. So if you understood a word of that then, as I was trying to shuffle, it is an amazing place. Thousands of people, thousands go there every year at the summer solstice to watch the sun go down, to meditate, just to celebrate life, celebrate the start of summer. It's a very magical place. So yeah, beautiful. Right, that one flew out first of all. Let's cut these and let's go with this. Let's put those aside. See what we're coming out with. So this is for the week of Sunday, June the 21st through to Sunday the 28th. And I usually do it from Monday to Sunday, don't I? So I'll just start a little bit. Later. Oh, I'm glad that's in reverse. Got the death card. Followed by the star card. Okay then. There's going to be some surprises this week, isn't there? Right, let's have a look and see what this says. Let's get them straightened out. I don't usually do it like this, do I? I usually shuffle them before. To save a little bit of time, I just wanted to explain about Stonehenge though, and for those of you who may not have heard it or visited it, let's see what it says. Right. Remember that this is a general reading, so I've sort of done it for everybody to the highest good of everybody, but obviously the circumstances and everything else won't apply to absolutely everybody during the week, and certain things can happen at different stages during the week. So in our present time, as of Sunday, we've got the Three of Wands, and that's in the upright position. So there is the first inklings, the first stages of ideas, new projects, new possibilities are starting to be revealed to you. Maybe new ideas are coming to you that maybe you didn't have before. There's certain things you've already achieved, there's certain things that have already come to fruition, but obviously as soon as we finish one thing, we start on something else. So that there is new stuff, or there's a different vibration for this week, and it's quite a lot going on as well, judging by the cards in the entirety. I think that most of you, it's going to be a community spirit about you as well, and you're only too willing to give help and assistance to anybody who needs it. And I think somebody may need help and assistance right at the beginning of the week, and you're fine. You've got this beautiful sense of spirit, giving, teamwork, and that's going to come in. Now it's crossed over by the Page of Cups, which isn't really particularly a challenge. It's cups, it's emotions, it's messages coming through to you. You could get news of an engagement or birth of a child, a marriage, or somebody could be bringing you an opportunity for you to think about. And again, it's an emotional, it's a water card, so it's family or love or romance. It's something that gets your heart, something that gets your heart going. There's going to be some sort of offer or message coming to you about that. And it could also relate, with it being over the Three of Wands, to these new ideas coming through, the birth of a new idea, a new path, which could be an emotional path for you. So that's right at the start of the week, really. Now we've got the Empress in the past position, and unfortunately she's also in the reverse position. So I think that for some of you there has been you've been feeling insecure. You haven't felt as comfortable as usual. There might have been wanting to stay in bed all day. Just lack of activity, not really wanting to do much, sort of doodling about and wasting time and pottering around, really, not doing maybe as much as you could have done or as much as you should be doing. There's been a little bit of that sort of in the immediate past, and going into the immediate future, we've got the Knight of Wands, and that's also in the reverse position. If it was upright, it's going forward, it's sort of charging forward, but it's a bit there's a little bit of stress, a little bit of impatience about things. Maybe the message that you're getting, you just want to go ahead with it straight away, or this offer, this opportunity that's coming to you, these new ideas that you've got, you just want to go ahead straight away with it, but for some reason we can't. There's going to be some sort of slight interruption. You're going to get a bit stressed out with it, some sort of stalling, a little bit of of stalling. Don't move forward recklessly just because you feel you have to. There is some sort of stall or some very small waiting period, and seeing as this is all fitted into 1 week, it's not going to be a particularly long waiting period, but don't be reckless. It could be that you've got somebody around you who's being reckless, who might be stirring trouble for you, making things difficult for you, and that could be in a work situation, love situation, but if not, it's telling you yourself not to be too reckless in wanting to go forward, because there is a short delay. Page of Swords, subconsciously, in your conscious, sorry, you know that you've got the ability to do certain things, you know that you've got the clarity. A lot of you are studying. These new phases, again, that's indicating sort of new phases, and unfortunately we've got a slight delay with them, but that, I think that's something you know already. It's not something you were expecting, a short delay in certain things. You're being very logical. You need to be logical as well, and you need to be rational, and logically think through these messages that you're getting, through these opportunities, through these new ideas that you're getting through. Maybe that's where the delay is coming in, because you have to think about this properly, to know recklessly going forward. Make sure everybody around you sort of knows what's going on. Don't keep secrets from anybody this week. That wouldn't be a good thing, but there is a definite sort of time of taking stock of things, learning about things, weighing up the pros and cons of things for whatever is coming in, the new stuff, the ideas, the offers that are coming in. And I say, with it being the Page of Cups, it's more likely to be sort of something that gets to your heart, something emotional, something you're passionate about. And your subconscious, we've got the King of Pentacles in reversed. There is a certain, there's either somebody around you who's not very nice at the moment, that you know, that you may or may not know about actually, who's just wanting to cause trouble. He seems quite bitter. He wants to just cause as much trouble as he can for some of you. Oh, hang on. This is somebody within the family. I heard the word uncle actually, but I don't know. It's not going to be an uncle for all of you, but for some of you it could be. But it's negative. It's not. He's a weak person. A weak person. It sees him very opinionated as well. Yeah, they're not very trustworthy, and they're yeah, just oh gosh, you know about this person in your subconscious, but you may not be aware of the depth of whatever this is that they're going to, the depth of negative feelings that they've got. You have to stay positive. You absolutely have to stay positive and think about things. Again, for some of you, you could have a really good offer coming in, an emotional offer, or you could have this reverse Knight of Pentacles storming in and stomping about, in which case, again, well, in both there is things you've got to think about. Have faith in yourself though. this person is not for everybody. This particular one that I'm talking about, this King of Pentacles in reverse, may not be in your life, may not be. It might be you feeling a little bit, it's your mind, it's your doubts, feeling a little bit pessimistic or untrustworthy of certain things. Just think about things. If an opportunity comes in and it happens to be really something that you weren't expecting, really something that you weren't expecting, if there's any signing to do or paperwork or lawyers or anything like that to do with it, just think about it, check over paperwork, check everything. Just check everything before you sign anything, or before you say yes to something which is potentially really important. Definitely. Got a real sort of mixed bag of stuff going on for a lot of us this week, but it's the summer solstice, so careful you don't get embarrassed by anything. Just make sure that you're doing everything you can and you're upfront with everything. Try and stay away from anxiety and confusion, because with the Seven of Wands in reverse, don't doubt yourself. I feel some of you are going to have this self-doubt going on. No, not allowed. But again, it's talking about thinking about things before completely going forward, before accepting whatever these messages that I want to know. You need to please, you don't need to comment below, tell me what's going on, let me know how it's going. If you don't think about your decision carefully, make sure everything's checked over. If something needs to be checked over, there is some sort of delay, but if there is somebody else involved in this, make sure they don't jump in there, and take advantage of you in some way. I don't mean like take the deal away or the opportunity or whatever like that, but make sure nobody takes advantage of you in any way. Dodgy person again. God, we've had some dodgy people lately. There is a bit of pressure for quite a few of us, I think. There is decisions going on, there is things changing. We had the Wheel of Fortune last week and the week before, and obviously it can change in either direction. It's really good for some of you, it's not going to be so good for others, and we're starting to see, right, okay, we're now moving forward, now we've got to make the right decisions, the right choices. Think about things carefully. Make sure that you are aware of what you're good at and what you're not good at, what your strengths and your weaknesses are. Take that into consideration when thinking about things, when making important decisions of any sort, whether it's love, work, family, friendship, finances, whatever it is. Just make sure that you think about it properly and you know what you're good at and what you're not good at. And if you're not good at something, or you're a bit shaky on something, then, you know, admit that to yourself. We all have different strengths and weaknesses in all different areas. Just be aware of that. Yay, King of Wands is upright. So wands are, to me anyway, wands are the other side of the veil. They're spiritual, they're feelings, and the King of Wands, he's leader, he's a king. He's positive, he's energetic, he's creative, he's got vision. He's got vision, and he's willing to share his vision with other people, and he's willing to help others. Now this is you, and you are trustworthy, and you are wonderful, and you're very, very valued as well. So any dodgy people or anything you're not sure of, don't let it. Make sure you're making the right decisions and everything, and check over everything, but don't let it get to you too much, because you're such an amazing person. You're the King of Wands. The only person who you must let be a complete influence on you is you. Don't let anybody else influence you. Especially if at the back of your mind you're thinking, something wrong, there's something not right here. You go with your gut instinct, because you are right. You are more secure sometimes within yourselves than you know. You put yourself down, and you shouldn't, ever. Be aware of your strengths and your weaknesses. Practice on your weaknesses, build them up, make them stronger. It's again, King of Wands, take your time, consider all avenues in regard to contracts, agreements, things like that may come up for you. There's an extreme focus. Seems to be an extreme focus on some sort of decisions you've got to make this week. And there's a small delay because you've got to think about it. You've really got to think about it first and make sure that you're doing, and do it on a gut instinct. You'll know whether you're doing the right thing or not. Should you go forward and it's all alright, it's a great, there's expansion. There can be expansion and spiritual growth as well. I think a lot of these messages maybe coming through on a spiritual level somehow. Things that you didn't see before that you can see now. Some sort of money may be coming in. Either maybe somebody owes you money from a long time ago and suddenly they turn up with it and you go, wow, I've forgotten all about that, or I wasn't really expecting to get that back again. But for some of you that may be happening later on in the week. You could even win on a horsey, but don't bet too much on a horse or any sort of gambling. I'm not having anybody come back to me and tell me that they've lost a fortune because I said so. So no, that's not. But there's a lucky streak that's good. There is so much movement and change once we've got over this, once we've made this decision, once we've got these messages. There's so much change. Now, in order for change to come in, you probably don't like this card because it's the Death card, but a lot of times if it is a huge change that's coming in, then sometimes we have to experience what's the word, renewal of things, new situations, new transitions, and things might have to be destroyed in a way for that to happen. In order for you to fully go forward in a new relationship, you have to sort of make sure that you've moved away from the past relationship. Yeah, so otherwise things could fall, or a past relationship could fall because you're wanting to move forward into a new relationship. As an example, there is changes coming around. Sometimes we have to close the door on something, before the door in front of us has opened, and that's scary, because then we're stuck in the middle going, oh, I'm not sure about this. But occasionally there's going to be some sort of loss, separation, something, and transformation of something, in order for the new changes to come about. And once that's done, we've got the star. Now the star is in reverse, but I actually don't care that it's in reverse. It's just things might not be going as fast as we want them to. Our dreams, or things are coming to fruition. Things that maybe we've wanted for a long time are starting to come through, and you're starting to see that you've made decisions. We've gone through the death card, and we're through to the star card, which is the hope of something better, which is definitely the hope of something better. And not having any self-doubt in it once we're doing this and once we're moving forward. Temporary stuff and loss and that going off with the death card. Learn from that, and then with the star card in reverse, make sure we've learned from all that we've gone through. Don't have any self-doubt. Keep the courage going. Keep the courage, and don't be stubborn about things either. But all in all, even though it's in reverse, it's still a good card. Don't panic about it. Things are coming through, things are getting better, things are changing. You can see the changes around you. You can see the doors close behind you on certain things, because you've accepted some of these opportunities that are coming through, or these messages that are coming through that you've had to think really carefully about. And it could be in some of these situations that there is somebody else involved who's not telling the altogether truth, that and you know, you need to be aware of that. For others, there isn't anybody like that involved, but you still have to think on your decisions and that. And then once we've come to our decisions and we're going through it, we've got the death card, we've got a bit of destruction, not bad destruction, it's closing doors, waiting for the new one to open, and we're moving into the change. We're getting there with the change, and it's a good thing. It's for the better. So I'm losing my voice. So wow, a lot of it's just a lot of new things coming in. The summer solstice, change halfway through the year. It's a magical time as well, spiritual growth, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff. So let me know how it's going below, please. But there is definitely lots of new ideas, lots of new things to think about, to decide upon. And once you've made the decision, there could be some small loss or destruction of change around as things are changing, as things are changing direction, as new paths are going down upon. But we come out with the star card at the end, and as I say, even though it's in reverse, I don't worry about that one being in reverse in particular, because we've still got things coming to fruition. There's still things that are sending us in the right direction, the direction maybe we need to be that we weren't in before, and that's part of the death card. Stay positive. If you get negativity at any point, if that death card comes up, then we can't move forward properly. You have to know that that's got to happen for the changes to come in for you to move forward. So think of it as a blessing in disguise, and think about everything that you go through. Don't do anything without proper thought. Okie dokie. Right, that's your cards. Have a great week. Have a brilliant week. Keep your wits about you, and make sure you read everything twice. And whatever this emotional offer is, let me know. Okay, namaste. I love you. Thank you so much for all your likes, your shares, your subscribes, Google pluses, beautiful comments. I really do appreciate it and love it. If you would like a private reading from me, going into detail, just click on the link, and I'll set that up for you. Okay, namaste.